So a paid letter is obviously the most expensive option
Mhm.
out of the ones you mentioned. What if you were to approach a professor who's at a university that you've never been to in a country maybe you've never even been to? Because the ultimate question is, are these letters not as strong as, say, a letter from a US professor?
I don't know that an independent letter from someone in another country would be as strong. I guess it depends. Um, that would be like a case by case scenario. I would want to see how that plays out. I guess my main question is if someone is providing a letter of reference for you, they either need to be intrinsically motivated, like have a relationship with you, or get some kind of payment, or be doing it as a favor to someone else in their network. Um, like to me, it'd be really weird to reach out to a professor you have no connection with and don't know who's in another country. And if you do pay someone, that should be disclosed. That's what the paid services are really good about. They always state that up front. They always state that USCIS routinely accepts and reviews opinions from them. It's a professional service, and a lot of these are known names at USCIS. So I don't know that that kind of letter would be questioned, but I kind of question it. If that makes sense. I don't know if it's a good idea.
What if it's a paid letter, but they just ended up like this professor just charged less than one of the paid options, and that's why you're going with them?
Yeah, I do like the legitimacy of the service though. So, I mean, if you get a letter, for example, through Park, they'll provide the professor a letter, but then there's also a statement from Park about it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know that I would approach a random professor unless they are in some like crazy specific niche and they are clearly the best person to be providing such a letter. But most people don't have cases where that's necessary.
So let's say you did your bachelor's in India. Now you're looking for one of these letters. There are so many universities in India.
Mhm.
So instead of going for a paid service, why not just approach one of these universities, offer to pay? Would that create the same kind of legitimacy, or
That's my major concern. It doesn't feel legitimate to me. I guess if the professor has their own little consultancy and they routinely offer such opinions and can say that in their letter, that's good. Um, but if you're getting a random one-off professor, even if they disclose that they were paid in the letter, I mean, I don't know if they're going to disclose how much. You shouldn't really be paying a lot for the letters. Like, it's one thing to compensate the person for their time to review the profile and issue an opinion. It's another thing to pay for endorsements. And I think any hint that the endorsement itself is what is being purchased, USCIS will not like that. And that's why I like using the services, because I know that's not what they're doing. They just have professors on standby who are willing to do these reviews. And the professors don't really have skin in the game other than they're being paid to issue the opinion. I've definitely seen them reject opinions before and say, like, I'm just not going to do this. And I don't know. I know it might seem like the same thing to some of you, but I do think drawing the line and having the service do it lends a lot more legitimacy to the process.